We already grew in numbers. So welcome to those who just joined us today. Tasic has been with the company for 7 years and is a public relations officer of the Manila Volunteers Council. Ralph believes that paying it forward is not a choice, but a responsibility. Telling us about paying it forward, here's Ralph Tasic.
Thanks, for that introduction. Hi everyone, I'm Ralph from the Manila Volunteers Council. So tonight I'll be talking about my journey, my volunteer journey, and at the same time why I believe that paying it forward is a responsibility and not just a choice. I grew up from a modest family in a town about 2 hours away from Iloilo City. I am the eldest, and I have 4 younger brothers. Growing up in a big family is okay. I mean, hindi siya magulo. We always have some quarrels, but it was fun actually. It was okay until I was about third year college I was about third year high school when we encountered financial challenges in the family. So I was studying in a science school in the city. I had to transfer to a public school in our municipality. And since we are living in a 5th class municipality, Save the Children Foundation chose it as one of their beneficiaries. So they've implemented several programs for the town, and one of those is focused on adolescent development. So I'm lucky enough to be able to attend a lot of workshops, as in every summer we would have workshops on life skills. So that would include workshops on effective communication, self-awareness, interpersonal relationship, extrapersonal relationship, and the like. Because of those workshops and trainings that I've attended to, and because of the guidance from the staff and volunteers of Save the Children, and a strong support from my family and from the people around me, poverty didn't hinder me to have a dream. And I dreamed that someday I'm going to, finish and I'll be able to get out of the life that we have. So I entered university. I was in a state university and on scholarship. So the first 2 years were actually okay. I'm doing good in school. I'm having a lot of extracurricular activities, so everything was okay. However, on the latter years of college life, the demands are actually different. So financially, we're not able to cope with it. I had to work part-time as an English tutor to Koreans and Japanese in the language center in our university. For close to 2 years, I was a freeloader. So I stayed in a family friend. It was a best friend of my mom who has 2 children also in college at that time. And I stayed with them without paying any rent, without paying any utilities, and they also took care of my food. When we had on 4th year, we had our educational trip in Cebu. I wasn't able to attend it because I just can't afford it. So while the other side of my college life was actually very fun and exciting, part of me would want it to end because I just wanted to get a job. And after graduation, the fastest way to get a job is to actually get into call centers. I guess you know that, guys. So I started my career at Callbox. It's one of the call centers in Iloilo. And after 11 months, there was an opportunity for a free relocation package here in Manila. So I was able to grab that opportunity and started my life here in Manila. I was actually not yet regularized in that company who brought me here, but I was already scouting for other companies on where to go to because I was really earning low that time. My focus really was just to, have a higher market value and get into other companies so that when I transfer to another company, I'll get to be paid more. So I was literally a call center hopper until I joined Thomson Reuters in 2009. So the first few months with the company, I realized that the culture, the environment is really different from the call centers that I have been to. And then I got introduced to Manila Volunteers Council. The first activity that I joined was the very first Volunteer for the Community Day. So that was after shift, Murph, Bien, and myself, we joined the other colleagues who went to a center in Tondo, wherein they serve or they house teenagers who've already committed crimes, but since they're minors, they're not allowed to be locked up in jail. So we had interaction with these kids, and of course, afterwards, there's banquet, there are free shirts, there's photo ops. So, but other than those perks that we receive, aminin nyo, nag-volunteer kayo kasi may free t-shirt. But of course, other than those perks, the feeling that you're able to spend time and interact with those people, actually it felt really good. Parang feeling ko ang dami-dami kong kasalanan nawala nung araw na yun. So because of that feeling, I joined other activities sponsored by the Manila Volunteers Council, like Servathon, feeding program during the World Food Day. And with the Manila Volunteers Council, I was able to meet other people and become friends with my colleagues from other business units. And also, I was able to, it opened me to be able to know other organizations like Hanson Manila and the ATD Fourth World Philippines. So as I dedicated more time volunteering, I'm able to also visit more and varied communities, depressed communities that is within Manila. And then I realized that these people, these children, I'm actually like one of them. We may not have the same experiences because I grew up in the province, so we don't have the exact same experiences. But then, it's like I can totally relate to what they're going through, right? To what they're going through. So from there, I decided that, volunteering is not just about being with your friends, giving out your happy. It's something more than that. So that's why I had it as a responsibility and not just a choice. And the reason why I do that is because I want them to feel, and I want them to, be inspired or at least be motivated that with whatever situation they're currently in, they can have an escape. And I'm a testament to that. So when we go to remote areas, when we give out school supplies, when there is a chance, I would really tell those kids, I will tell them that the reason why we're here is not just because we want to give those school supplies to you, but because we want you to study hard. We want you to graduate and we want you to have options because their parents are farmers, their lolos and lolas are farmers. So it's just that the whole world for them is like that. But we just wanted them to feel that there's a bigger world out there. And there's nothing wrong to becoming a farmer, but of course, you have options out there. So that's the reason why I took it as a responsibility on my part to dedicate my time. And as I spend more time with doing those activities and volunteer work, Miss Marla and the former officers, Tess, Moses, they're able to probably see it in me. That's why they invited me to be part of the organization. So it was with the added task given to me, it was actually an opportunity to have wider reach. And at the same time, it's also good to be part of an event, not just on the actual day, but from the planning up to the post-event stages. And probably most of you would think that responsibility is something that is nakakapagod. Because when we say responsibility, we think about bills, we think about, for me, yes, bills, allowances that I have to send to my parents regularly, or for parents maybe tuition for your kids. But if you come to think of it, volunteering as a responsibility, it's not really that daunting. Actually, it's really rewarding. I don't have time anymore. Sorry, Priyanka, this is just gonna be quick. So I'm just wanted to stress some of the benefits of volunteering. First is, of course, you're able to connect with more people. So you have to widen your reach, and at the same time it boosts your social interaction. Second, it's good for the mind and body, so you won't realize that it's more like exercising. You don't feel tired until the event is finished, but hey, few calories or few pounds lost and more calories that is. And of course, it gives you a sense of purpose and sense of accomplishment. And lastly, volunteering humbles you. Because with whatever you're going through, with the problems that you're encountering, if you go out there, if you visit a depressed community, you'll realize that what you're experiencing is nothing compared to the daily struggles of the people living there. So sorry, I guess I've been speaking too much. I just wanted to end this. I'm sorry, I just wanted to add there that it actually makes you appreciate the kind of life that you have, and at the same time, it makes you become more grateful for what you've had. So I just would like to end this by a quote from, I hope I didn't forget his name. It's Frederick Brown Jr., and he said, "Remember, those that are happiest are those that are happiest are those that are not getting, but those that are giving." So guys, why don't we have to be happy? But before that, let's be responsible, let's volunteer. If you have any questions, you can join Manila Volunteers Council. Thank you.